So the next generation, the Sony A7 V, is looming on the horizon recently. Should you hold out, potentially delaying projects or missing shots, waiting for the rumored marvel? Or do you dive into the existing proven A7 IV, knowing its successor might soon make it feel instantly dated? Well, the question isn't just what the A7 V will be, but whether its arrival will truly crown it the new king of the enthusiast full-frame realm, or if its reign will be contested from the outset by high expectations and a fiercely competitive landscape. Let's try to find that out. Sony's Alpha 7 line has undeniably reshaped the camera market. Its relentless iteration from the groundbreaking A7 III to the highly popular A7 IV established a pattern. Significant generational leaps coupled with predictable price increases. The A7 III debuted at $1,999 in 2018. The A7 IV arrived in 2021 at $2,499. Now, credible sources point towards the A7 V, carrying an expected base price hovering around $2,799 for the body alone. This figure isn't plucked from thin air. It aligns with Sony's trajectory and analysis of regional filings and market trends. However, the true cost sting will be felt globally. European photographers might face figures around €3,400 due to VAT. Canada anticipates approximately $4,000. This price escalation immediately sets a higher bar for the A7 V to justify its premium. So, what will this near $3,000 camera promise? Based on the most consistent chatter emanating from trusted sources and model code confirmations, the A7 V appears poised as a significant evolution, borrowing heavily from Sony's flagship ethos. The core of its imaging prowess is rumored to be a 44-megapixel, backside illuminated CMOS sensor. While whispers of a 33-megapixel stacked sensor occasionally surface, the 44-megapixel BSI configuration currently holds the 100% confirmed mantle among reliable leaks. This resolution bump offers tangible benefits: greater cropping flexibility and finer detail capture, positioning it neatly between the A7 IV's 33 megapixels and the high-resolution A7R series. Crucially, it's expected to be a non-stacked sensor, differentiating it from the ultra-high-speed flagships but potentially aiding cost control. Supporting the sensor will be Sony's powerful Beyond's XR processor, now likely augmented by a dedicated AI processing unit. This AI engine is anticipated to supercharge the autofocus system, enabling significantly more sophisticated real-time tracking AF. This addresses a key pain point reported by some A7 IV users who found the existing system occasionally unreliable in complex, fast-paced scenarios, like events or wildlife, necessitating constant manual intervention with tracking points. Performance extends beyond focusing. The A7 V is tipped to offer bursts of up to 20 frames per second, a substantial leap from the A7 IV's 10 frames per second, leveraging the processing power and sensor readout speed. For videographers, the promise includes 4K 16-bit RAW video output alongside robust profiles like S-Log3 and S-Cinetone, maintaining Sony's strong hybrid credentials. Stability won't be an afterthought either, with rumors suggesting an 8-stop 5-axis in-body image stabilization system, crucial for handheld shooting in challenging light or with longer lenses. Practicality features include dual CFX Press Type A/SD card slots, ensuring flexibility and redundancy for professionals. Thermal management, a critical factor for sustained video recording and high-speed bursts, is also flagged for improvement for better heat management, addressing a common concern in high-performance mirrorless bodies. Physically, the A7 V seems set to inherit the same body shell as the flagship A1 II. This suggests a refined, potentially more robust ergonomic design compared to the A7 IV. The screen is also expected to mirror the A1 II's implementation, which likely means a higher resolution, brighter, and more versatile tilting or articulating touchscreen LCD. a direct response to user requests for a better rear display. The electronic viewfinder is also slated for an upgrade over the A7 IV's unit, though specific resolution and magnification details remain less firmly confirmed. This physical alignment with the A1 II fuels the narrative of the A7 V being a baby alpha A1 II, bringing flagship-tier build and interface elements down to a relatively more accessible level. However, the path to the throne isn't without thorns. Sony faces internal and external pressures. Internally, the specter of cannibalization looms large. Packing A1 II-like features into a sub-$3,000 camera risks undermining sales of the significantly more expensive flagship. Sony must carefully juggle its lineup to ensure clear differentiation remains. Externally, the competition has never been fiercer. Canon's R6 Mark II offers uncropped 4K 60, though often at the cost of dynamic range. Nikon's Z6 III brought groundbreaking sensor technology and a brilliant EVF, albeit at a higher price point of $3,500. Panasonic's S5 II series offers exceptional video features and in-body stabilization. Users are vocal. If the A7 V doesn't deliver a compelling package, many openly contemplate switching brands, particularly praising Nikon's recent advancements. The A7 V must feel like a decisive step forward to retain its core audience. Adding complexity is the swirling debate around user experience and design choices, highlighted by passionate arguments within the provided content. The most contentious point is the absence of a top-deck LCD panel. Sony's steadfast omission of this feature, common on competing prosumer bodies from Canon and Nikon, sparks fervent division. Proponents argue it's essential for quick, discrete, power-efficient settings checks without raising the camera or activating the main screens. Detractors view it as a redundant vestige of the DSLR era, consuming valuable space that could house more dials or buttons, and point to Sony's market success without it. While the A1 II body design likely precludes its inclusion on the A7 V, the intensity of this debate underscores a deeper point. Ergonomic preferences are deeply personal, and Sony's minimalist philosophy doesn't resonate universally. Other frequently requested improvements include a deeper grip, a cleaner, more intuitive touch-based menu system akin to Hasselblad's, and better overall weight balance. Further muddying the waters are rumors of potential delays. Some speculate that overwhelming demand for the high-margin A1 II might be straining Sony's manufacturing capacity, leading the company to prioritize its flagship over the A7 V to maximize profits. While others counter that different factories handle different lines, the logic of allocating limited resources to the highest profit per unit product is compelling. If true, an A7 V launch could slip towards the end of 2025 or even into early 2026, testing the patience of eager upgraders. This uncertainty fuels the argument for considering alternatives now, like the feature-rich A7C II or even a used Sony A7 IV, rather than enduring an indefinite wait. The risk of waiting paralysis, delaying the photographic journey itself for a marginally better spec sheet, is a genuine concern voiced by experienced users. So, will the Sony A7 V be a king launch? The ingredients for a reign are certainly present. A potent 44-megapixel sensor, advanced AI-driven autofocus, a robust 20 frames per second burst, flagship-inspired build quality and screen, enhanced video capabilities, and improved stabilization. It positions itself as a formidable hybrid tool, potentially the most well-rounded camera in its class. However, the crown rests precariously. The $2,799 price tag represents a significant premium, demanding near-perfect execution. The lack of a top LCD and potential ergonomic compromises will alienate some traditionalists. Fierce competition from Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic offers compelling alternatives, each with unique strengths. Potential manufacturing delays could frustrate its core audience and cede ground to rivals. And internally, Sony must navigate the tightrope of making the A7 V compelling enough without decimating sales of its own premium A1 II. Ultimately, there are a few questions unanswered. Can it justify the price hike with tangible, transformative performance gains that solve real user frustrations, particularly in autofocus reliability? And critically, can it launch on time, capturing the momentum and goodwill of a user base growing restless amidst tantalizing rumors? If Sony navigates these waters adeptly, the A7 V has the potential to claim the throne. But in a kingdom where value, performance, and timing are fiercely contested, its coronation is far from guaranteed. We just hope Sony A7 V turns out to be what it's meant to be. Thanks for watching.